Mourners laid flowers at tributes and lit candles in churches across the Russian capital. Copyright AFP Luis Ribio. On the streets of Moscow on Sunday, there was shock, grief and anger as Russia observed a day of national mourning after the deadliest attack in the country for 2 decades. And as mourners laid flowers at tributes and lit candles in churches, there were mixed feelings over President Vladimir Putin's suggestion of a Ukrainian connection to the attack which killed more than 130 concertgoers. "I'm still in shock," 35-year-old lawyer Ruslana Baranovskaya told AFP on a street running off the capital's famed Red Square. "It's a tragedy that crushed me mentally." Across the square, which was closed to the public, a flag was being flown at half-mast above the Kremlin. At least 137 people, including 3 children, were killed when armed gunmen stormed the Crocus City Hall concert hall on Friday evening, before setting fire to the building. The Islamic State, IS, group has claimed responsibility on multiple occasions and published a graphic video of the gunmen carrying out the attack. Putin has not commented on IS's claims, but did say 4 suspected gunmen who had been arrested were trying to flee to Ukraine. And the FSB security service said the attackers had contacts on the other side of the border. Not inclined to believe. In Moscow, Russians were divided on the claims of a link to Ukraine, which has been denied both by Kyiv and by the United States. "I'm not inclined to believe the version about Ukraine's involvement," said Vomik Aliyev, a 22-year-old medical student whose parents are Muslims and who often went to the concert hall. Others, however, wondered if Kyiv was to blame. "The war is going on in every corner of the country, not just on TV," said Valery Chernov, a 52-year-old shopkeeper. "It's hard to say who's behind all this, enemies of Russia for sure, enemies of Putin who want to destabilize the order and power, so that people start to doubt that they are protected by their government." Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said last week Russia was in a state of war with Ukraine, escalating the official language used to talk about the campaign. "It started as a special military operation, but as soon as this bunch was formed there, when the collective West became a participant on Ukraine's side, for us it already became a war," he said. In Washington, the White House insisted on Sunday that Kyiv didn't have any role in the massacre. ISIS bears sole responsibility for this attack. "There was no Ukrainian involvement whatsoever," said White House National Security Council spokeswoman Adrienne Watson, using an acronym for the Islamic State group. Bad dreams. More than 5,000 people in Moscow and the surrounding region rushed to donate blood for the hospitalized after the attack, officials said Sunday. Theaters, museums and cinemas closed across the country.